Anders asks, how do you keep aim on your goals and separate yourself from the demands of the external world?
Andre, I'll take this one first. I don't know what to tell you other than it's unbelievable for me how much the external world has not factored into my decision making. I've talked about, if you've been watching the show long enough, that first F on a test in 4th grade and literally making that transition to I'm gonna fight the market, and I've been fighting the market my whole life. I think for me it was the level of self-esteem that my mom instilled in me, plus some level of my own DNA. I think that's the friction at hand. Heck, a lot of the themes of our last question were on this, right? Like, what does the market want you to do, whether that's your parents or society, versus what you want to do. For me, it has a lot to do with intestinal fortitude, a gorilla monsoon WWF reference. I think it's surrounding yourself with people that give you permission to take that risk. That to me is the most practical version of what I'm giving you, other than you gotta be born with it. It's finding those like-minded people who are taking those similar risks and give you, through their own actions, a little more oomph. Or if you're amazingly lucky to have the parental or mentor infrastructure above you that created that context. Case?
I think focus is everything. I think that you can do 10 things poorly or one thing well. And saying no is something that I only learned late in my career.
Still suck at it. I still suck at it right now.
Saying no is so hard. But the truth is, like, we're surrounded by leeches, bloodsuckers, and vampires. And those are people that want to take, and they don't give back. And learning to say no to those people, learning to say no to all those distractions is the only way to get anywhere. Because time is finite, life is short. Quickly you find things that are in life that are really incredible, like family.
Yep.
Things that you love, things that you're passionate about that might distract you in a positive way from your career focus. So you have to learn to shed everything else.
I'm gonna throw a little bit of a curveball. I get so much happiness out of doing things for people who would be, categorized as the way you just broke it down, because I have a weird gear inside of me that has zero expectation for the return on someone's selfishness. I know that's a little bit of a mouthful, but it's probably why I'm so ridiculously happy. I have such little expectation for the return. It makes me happy to do the give. I sit in front of you knowing I will accomplish less in my career and amass less wealth and a lot of other things, less time with my family, which is my number one, because I get so much happiness out of some of those actions. So I would tell you, if you're in a rare group like myself, make sure you recognize, in a world where people tell you that you're a sucker for doing it or things of that nature, you still gotta make yourself happy. But I will tell you, I'm way happier than I was 5 years ago, because I have grown in my no meter moving a ton. It hasn't gone to zero. And I think a lot of people close themselves out of serendipity by saying no too much, right? Mm-hmm. And I think we probably both benefited through our years of the yes when it didn't make sense on paper. But I'm with you, man. I made a video a long time ago, the yes virus. It's like the sickness of just saying yes all the time, and it's a tough one.
Yeah, and I made a movie that's just say yes. Like, I believe in saying yes. I believe in embracing risk and embracing chance.
Do you think you need to say no more as you get older?
I just think it's a learning curve, a very steep learning curve, to understand when no is appropriate and when yes is appropriate. And until you learn that, you default to yes.
It's a really, or no. My dad defaults to no. I think you and I, we have some similarities that makes, I think there's a lot of people there that default to no. I think there's a lot of people that default. My dad's opening words are, hey dad, no. I can't, I was gonna say, how was your day? No is not a proper, I know a lot of people that default into no. I think we happen to be surrounded by a lot of people that default into yes.
Yeah, lucky yes.
But I think, you know what? Actually, quick little side question of the day. Give me, are you a default yes or no person? I'm just curious for my own kind of polling. India, move it along.